Investing in a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund or ETF is something that is making rounds in the crypto community. But what are the things that investors need to know before putting their money into it? For sure, Mr. Know-It-All can enlighten us about that, like he always does. This is Joe, by the way, and welcome to Joe Blows Crypto.
Intro's getting better and better, Joe. You are stroking my ego too much, kid.
Don't let the compliments divert your attention to the matter at hand, old man. Honestly, the concept of an ETF has been around for a long time already, but man, it is becoming a hot topic in the crypto space. Why is that so?
First off, it was recently approved by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. That alone pumped up both experts and enthusiasts in the field.
Is it a momentous development for the crypto community?
Not in a sense that it was an impossible idea that came to life. More like a way and proof that the cryptocurrency is being accepted in mainstream finance as well. I think this would help the onlookers to finally realize the potential in this market, and that this is not just some inconsistent game or investment that some people are thinking it is.
But I want to know more about Bitcoin ETF and where is it really heading? Can we expect more good news in the following weeks? Or could this be a disaster waiting to happen?
Let's not be too dramatic now, shall we? Also, can we slow down on the inquiries? Fire them one question at a time. Jeez.
Okay, let me start with, how does Bitcoin ETFs work?
So in October of 2021, crypto futures ETFs were made available in the US market. But it was only last January of 2024 that the spot ETFs were approved. Today, though, I want our conversation to focus on spot Bitcoin ETF as it is one of the hottest topics in our community.
Why do you think so?
Obviously, everyone is hyped up about this recent news. Everyone is eager to know where this expansion is going to lead, the opportunities it could open, and the stakes involved. But maybe you will get a bit lucky later, because I might give you a quick look at crypto futures ETFs as well.
Will spot Bitcoin ETF allow me to directly own the digital assets?
Not really. This is a major plus for regular investors, you know. Those who are still very conservative with their trades can now have the chance to be exposed to the crypto market without stressing about the process of storing and buying the actual digital assets.
You mean to say if I get involved in a spot Bitcoin ETF, it will be like a traditional ETF where I buy and sell shares?
That makes the investment more liquid. A number of advantages could be appealing to investors also, both in crypto market and mainstream finance.
Care to mention these advantages?
At the top of the list is its security. I am in no way claiming that this is the safest asset class to trade and invest in, but compared to buying and selling the actual cryptocurrency that you are interested in, you can start with Bitcoin ETF first, if you do not want to deal with wallets, storage devices, and all of that complicated stuff.
I have seen how investors were so carried away with the hype early this year because everyone was talking about spot Bitcoin ETF.
It is also less intimidating to hold cryptocurrency this way. Many regular investors are easily overwhelmed with tons of crypto jargon that are being thrown around, whether to predict prices or describe the market in general. The mainstream financial system is now realizing the legitimacy of Bitcoin, very far from their perception of Bitcoin when it was first introduced in the market.
Since its launch in January, have investors seen dramatic changes in the spot Bitcoin ETF?
There were originally 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs approved by the SEC 2 months ago. These are ARK21 Shares Bitcoin ETF, Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, FidelityWise Origin Bitcoin Trust, Franklin Bitcoin ETF, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, Hashdex Bitcoin ETF, Invesco Galaxy, Bitcoin ETF, iShares Bitcoin Trust, Valkyrie Bitcoin Fund, Van Eck Bitcoin Trust, and WisdomTree Bitcoin Fund.
What's the latest about the asset managers that got the green light to launch their spot Bitcoin ETF projects?
As for GBTC or Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, more than $11 billion capital outflows were experienced. Because of this, they are presenting a spin-off to make things more favorable to them. It is a smart move to solve issues as early as possible because while they were seeing outflows, their competitors were getting inflows.
3 months in and they're already doing some damage controls? What caused the outflows, by the way?
Oh, probably the higher fees compared to the other Bitcoin ETFs offered in the market. On the other hand, the BlackRock iShares Bitcoin ETF was the first to pass $1 billion in investor inflows. Just a week ago, the fund's latest disclosure announced that it held more than 195,000 tokens.
Right now, as we're having this conversation, BlackRock is still leading the pack, right?
In BitMEX's research, it was said that more than $10 billion spot Bitcoin ETF were brought in by BlackRock since January. Just a few weeks ago, on February 28th, BlackRock's ETF had a record of $612 million worth of inflow. Crazy numbers they are dealing with over there.
Looks promising indeed. Do you think we will be seeing more spot Bitcoin ETF in the coming months?
Oh, for sure, Joe. This opens the window for retail investors and the mainstream public to look at Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general in a different light. You know what? There are a lot of people who have been wanting to own Bitcoin and get involved in the crypto market, but most of them cannot keep up with the complications that must be dealt with in order to buy and sell cryptocurrencies.
This is really a game changer for investors. We're seeing more pros than cons here.
But nobody should really be letting their emotions lead the way. FOMO, or fear of missing out, is a common thing for investors, especially when an asset is getting all the spotlight and everyone is eager to get their hands on the newest trend. But Bitcoin remains volatile and unpredictable. That only means that no matter what security this new spot Bitcoin ETF offers, it would not hurt to be critical in your decision-making before investing money in this new asset class. Additionally, with the demand that we are seeing these days and the continuous inflows from investors, we can expect Bitcoin's price to still climb the charts.
Now that there is a spot Bitcoin ETF. Do you think spot Ethereum ETFs are underway?
That is not impossible at all. People are predicting left and right about the possibility of Bitcoin's price soaring high because of the spot Bitcoin ETF. There are always new projects brewing in the crypto world, so Ethereum and other popular cryptos would likely follow suit in this game.
The question now, what would be SEC's take on this?
It took years for the spot Bitcoin ETF to be approved. Lots of discussions were made and proposals rejected. It has always been a huge problem that Bitcoin is unregulated, therefore posing too many risks for investors. Until now, regulators are doubtful of Bitcoin. But since they already cracked the door open, a lot more are going to force their way in.
I sure have learned a lot today, Mr. K. The spot Bitcoin ETF did not just crack a window, but opened a new world of opportunities in the crypto market. I will definitely keep in mind all the pros and cons that you have mentioned before fully exposing myself to this new opportunity. Bottom line is, the Bitcoin ETF is an opportunity to diversify my portfolio, but it is also equally challenging to navigate. Exciting things are bound to happen in this market soon. I can feel it.
Well, you got me right here to clarify whatever it is you are curious about.
Lucky me then. It has been a very insightful topic. I'm already looking forward to our next conversation. Hopefully, our viewers feel the same way. I hope you enjoyed listening to our conversation with Mr. Know-It-All as much as I did. If you want to learn more about crypto-related topics and discussions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click on that bell to turn on your notifications. Join us in the next videos. No stones would be left unturned with me, Joe Blow, and of course, Mr. Know-It-All. We'll see you in our next one.